Hello everyone, welcome to the second part of the video One Day Trip from Bengaluru. In the first part, we have seen Kaigal Falls and then we went to Kurudumale Mahaganapati Temple. In this video, we are going to see Sri Virupaksha Temple which is near Mulbagal, and then we are going to Avani. The distance between Kurudumale Mahaganapati Temple and Sri Virupaksha Temple is about 11.5 kilometers. On the screen, you can check the route that we had taken. The temple is located about 5 kilometers from Mulbagal and about 30 kilometers from Kolar city. The official Kolar district tourism page says Virupaksha temple is one of the fewest temples that has Atma Linga installed and is widely known for changing color of the linga present there. The temple has a history dating back to the Vijayanagara Empire. Come, let's explore inside. Kolar district website says this temple is believed to be built back in 14th century. That this temple is old, it can be pretty well felt. I read that this temple was in a very dilapidated state and that very recently it is restored. The ornate sculptures on the wall and the pillars speak for itself. Now let's take darshan of Lord Shri Shri Mahadev. Lord Mahadev here is known as Sri Virupaksha. Alright folks, let's meet next in Avani. Folks, we are in Ramalingeshwara temple in Avani and we reached here after driving 6.4 kilometers from Sri Virupaksha temple. This place is very intricately linked to Ramayana. Here, Lord Rama is revered in the form of a linga. That's why the name is Ramalingeshwara. In this temple complex, there are temples of various shapes and sizes, and they are dedicated to Lord Ram, his brothers Lakshman, Bharat, and Satrughna, and Lord Rama's son Love and Kush temple as well. There are shrines for Vali, Sugriv, and Angad. Ramalingeshwara temple was constructed in Dravida style around 10th century by Nalamva dynasty. Later, it was renovated partially by the Chola kings. The Vijayanagara kings built the main mandapam and the Raja Gopuram. This is one fascinating aspect of Indian temples. Kings which fight for supremacy whenever they vanquish the local king, they still keep on adding and make the temple more magnificent. Another famous temple I can talk on this aspect is Brihadeshwara temple in Tanjavur, Tamil Nadu. Brihadeshwara temple was built by Chola Emperor Raja Raja I. However, later additions were done by Pandya kings, Nayaka kings, Vijayanagara kings and the Maratha kings. And glad to see this temple is under the protection of ASI. Archaeological Survey of India.
Wow, I can see a stump. This is the Lingeshwara temple. Many small temples here.
Ramalingeshwara temple has many inscriptions in Old Kannada. You can find such inscriptions at many parts of the temple.
The structure here is a little bit like the Basari, Jain Basari. Very unique structure. Bali and Sugriva temple. Probably the most unique thing I have seen here, Bali and Sugriva temple. This is also Lord Shiva, Jai Bholenath. This is Navagraha temple.
It is believed that a very important aspect of Ramayana took place here. It is said that Hindu saint Valmiki's ashram was here, and when Sita was in Banavas, she stayed here. Also, Sita gave birth to two sons, Love and Kush, at a hill which is just besides the temple. Once we are done seeing the temple, we will go for a small trek to the top of the hill, which is called Love Kush Betta or Avani Betta. Betta in Kannada means hill. In the earlier days, Indian mandirs used to be a complete ecosystem, like it included Gurukul, community halls, community functions, etc. Due to more involvement of the community, the upkeepment of the mandirs used to be better. We should look into that aspect if that brings more benefits to the mandir and society at large. Government can still have some role in the mandir management, etc. But the more involvement of the community is very much needed. Right now on the screen, let's enjoy the intricate stone sculptures that are on the building. One interesting aspect of this temple complex is many of the deities here are represented by a linga. Folks, we have come out of Ramalingeshwara temple complex and now we are going towards Avani Betta. The stone gate that you see, from there the track to the hilltop starts. Besides the gate, there is space where one can park their vehicles. We reached here in the early evening with the hope of seeing the sunset from the hilltop. is not a very difficult track, but a very exciting track for sure, and it has a very exciting topography. At this level, it's like a small plateau, and from here one can get an amazing view of the surrounding. And from the other end, I would simply sit and like to be a witness to an amazing sunset. Just think for a moment, what would be the scene here 1000 years back? What would be the scene here 2000 years back? And what would be the scene here when Sita was staying here at Valmiki's ashram? The last time I was here, the time was about afternoon. The perspective was different, life was different. It is not very common that I visit one place again and again. But if I think now a little bit, on the contrary, that if I visit a place again after some time, or maybe sometime long into the future, it gives a very different perspective. You can also measure yourself in terms of how much you have come along. Folks, I hope I'm not getting too much philosophical in these wonderful settings. This is indeed an amazing experience with nature. We have to move on as it is getting dark and we still have little more to track to get to the top of the hill. Jai Shri Ram reached the hilltop. As the sun is setting down, the environment is more soothing now. From here, we can see the Sita temple. This temple is probably one of the rare temples dedicated to Sita in India. As I discussed earlier, it is believed that Sita gave birth to twin sons, Love and Kush, here on top of the hill. From here, one would get a very good view of the surrounding. That's it for today from Avani. And with this concludes the second part of one day trip from Bangalore. We have covered four destinations in this one day trip, and I have created this in two-part videos. Do let me know how did you like the video through your comments, likes and shares, and please subscribe to our channel Traveling Bits for more interesting travel stories and future updates. I would leave you with the night view of Avani from Avani Betta. While driving from Avani to Bangalore, we stopped at Torino's brew pub to have some snacks. The distance between Avani and Bangalore is about 95 kilometers, and this and Torino's brew pub is located about halfway, which will kinda give you a break as well. This place is pretty spacious and ambience is good as well. I would leave you with some pictures of what we had on the plate. Good night.